Hey, here we go. Hi, everybody. Aloha, Leilani. How are you? Welcome. I haven't done office hours in so long, so I'm excited to get to be here with you guys today. Hey, Tracy. Yeah, everybody say hi. Where are you? We'll wait for a couple people to get in here. We have some questions. Hi, Matthew. We have a lot of stuff to cover today. When I do office hours, it's always a little different than when my dad does it, when Pat does it, because I really talk a lot more about what MagnaWave's got going on in terms of machines and changes and discounts and events and fun stuff that we have going on within the company. But I also will address any questions that you have about PMF. I'm not a doctor and I'm not a vet. Let's just preface with that, but I will do my best to help you all navigate any questions you may have about our products, sessions, anything. So hi, Rob. Hey, Leslie. Hey, Melanie from Louisiana. I love Louisiana. Spent about a year in New Orleans. It was awesome. Took my kids. It was great. Hi, Rianne. Hi. Okay, I think I said hi to everybody. Welcome. I'm glad you guys could join us. Hi, Lucille. How are you? Okay, so we have a lot of really cool stuff happening in 2022. Hi, Joanne. So much stuff. One of the things I always say is like if you're not improving, you're basically stagnant or you're dying in less than a way. Like I am one of these people that even when I think things are good, I'm always looking to make them better. So as a whole, as a company, we have all kind of put our heads together. We're making some changes for the betterment of our practitioners this year. And we're also making some changes to the betterment of our equipment. So I'm really excited about the events that we have coming up and everything that's happening within MagnaWave. Hi, Jim and Sherry. Okay, Leilani, I'm going to give you a very unpopular answer to what you just asked me. She just asked, what's the theme for this year's costume party at MagnaCon? It's so much fun. Okay, so we are still finalizing if we're going to do a costume party. That last Friday night party is a lot for the staff and for everyone. We are just whipped, okay? And we've gotten a lot of feedback from the surveys. People love the party part of it, but a lot of people have to leave before that party happens. So what we're going to do is we're going to have Wednesday night is going to be more of a party the first night. We're going to do it a little bit differently, but that's going to be where we're, instead of just having some drinks and some cocktails, we're going to make that. And then we're going to have a special event that Friday night that the people that do stay, it's optional for you to be able to go and do this really cool event together as a group. So yes, we love this, but we miss like a lot of people that have to leave that Friday night. And then also we want to do something where we can like bond together right off the bat and have a really good party. So this year's MagnaCon is going to be different, and some people like change and some people don't. But it's going to be better. We took all the feedback of the last 3 years and we put it into this MagnaCon. And really making it where it's the whole event is awesome, and we are taking your feedback. And some things you're going to like and some things you're not. But I really hope that you guys come this year, because not only do we have a totally different line of speakers and totally new stuff to go over, we have a ton of new information. We have a ton of a very special new product that we're going to highlight. And it's at a new place. It's downtown. We are in the heart of Louisville, Kentucky. It is, if you are coming, you can stay the weekend. I encourage you to. We have our fingers crossed. There is a soccer game that Saturday. We haven't got the schedule, but either the Louisville City men's soccer team or the Racing Louisville women's professional soccer team. We are hoping that they have a game that Saturday and that we could be one of the title sponsors, so that if you do stay in town, you could get some tickets to that game, come out and see what, how we support our local athletes and what we do there. So there's just a ton of stuff to do in Louisville. We are making this more about community, getting to know each other, and then education across the board on different things, different modalities, and obviously PMF. Okay. Good afternoon, Lisa. Let's see. So we put the comments in there. Get your tickets for 2022 MagnaCon, magnacon.com. This year is going to be super awesome. We are going to the Galt House. It is an incredible place. I encourage you to come check it out. There's so much to do within walking distance. So many places to eat. It's really a great place to be. We also have reserved a very cool outdoor area where we're going to do, we are bringing animals into the heart of downtown, which I'm super excited about for hands-on training. And I think it'll be a totally new experience. And then also keeping in some of those older experiences that we love, like going to Churchill Downs and spending that evening there and the MagnaWave Classic, and really, getting to do all of the cool stuff that we do at MagnaCon. Also, if you get your tickets now, if you are thinking about going, I know that the hotel rooms are a little bit more expensive. They are a little bit more than maybe what you're used to. I promise you it will be worth it. But we are giving away a hotel room for people that's, check in Wednesday morning, check out Saturday morning for free to someone who has previously bought their tickets either in 2021 or who buys before the end of this month. So if you get your tickets now, or you've already bought your tickets, you're entered to win. So we are going to give away, we're going to pull the first office hours after in February, we'll pull the name of the person who gets that free hotel room. So I am really excited about this. I think that, we really want you all to come. And if you're interested in winning something, do it. And speaking of winning things, we give away easily over $75,000 to $100,000 worth of stuff at MagnaCon. This is given away to people who come. So I know that you have to pay for a hotel room. I know that there is a ticket, but what's included, you have tons of food options that we include, transportation, Churchill Downs, so much stuff is included in that ticket price. Plus, there's a really good chance you're going to win something super awesome that you want. So we are going to give away more this year than we ever have. So I'm super excited. Okay. I love it. That sounds perfect. I love change. Me too. I love change. Let's improve. And then you guys will give us more feedback and we'll change things again and we'll just keep getting more awesome. But that is a reminder. We will not have MagnaCon in 2023. We're taking a year off. We're going to do some regional tours. So we'll be going through maybe up into Canada, out west, go into some places and doing some smaller events as a company. And then we'll come back in 2024 with MagnaCon. So again, if you want to do this big event, come to Louisville. This is the year to do it. And now is the time to buy your tickets because you might get a free hotel room. Rob says, stay for Friday. It's a good time. Yeah, Rob, I think you're going to be excited about what we do Friday. It's going to be a little bit different, but it's still going to be an excellent thing for everyone to get to be together and experience some cool stuff. It says, I'm working on plans to move out of state and wondering where to find state law and requirements to offer these therapies as a business. I looked on AOPP. I think you meant AOPP. I couldn't find anything about current laws, just support for issues rising. You're right. AOPP does do support if you have a problem with any type of requirements or laws when you are a practicing practitioner. So if you're not a member of AOPP, check it out. There is a document for animals. It's vet regulations by state. It used to be on our website. I believe that it's still somewhere linked on our website. If anybody in MagnaWave in the office right now has that link, if you could post that for her, it does really show each state and what falls under vet regulations. There are some states where PMF falls under veterinary medicine. So you have to work under a vet, or you have to do what we call a rental session where you rent the machine out to the person and they do the session on their animal and you provide your service and guidance free of charge. So there are some workarounds with that, but if you are interested in learning how, check out that link. Someone will post it. I promise you. If not, I will post it in the certified group later today if they don't post it, but it's vet regulations by state. And one of the cool things about AOPP, those vet regulations are constantly getting updated by state. And even massage is getting updated by state for humans and animals. So one of the things that AOPP is doing, the minute that PMF starts falling under those regulations, the AOPP is stepping in and saying, hey, we're already a board and we're already a group and we're regulating ourselves. So we'd rather you all not step in and regulate. We've already started doing this. You don't have to worry about it. So one of those, that's what they're trying to do. The goal is that over time, things are going to be more regulated. PMF will be more regulated the more popular it gets. It's just the way it is. Massage used to not be regulated either. Now it's regulated in almost every single state and in most countries as well. So what AOPP's goal is to stand by our practitioners and all PMF practitioners across the board. So if you aren't a member of AOPP, I highly encourage you to do so. As you know, that is a fantastic resource for you. They've actually helped several people who have been in trouble, or who have, had some regulation come down on them from racetracks, where AOPP has stepped in and handled it and actually gotten some of those things reversed or changed. So make sure that you join AOPP, because it does a lot more than what MagnaWave Corporate could do on our own. All right, Alicia, hello in St. Louis. Yes, I'm so glad you all have your MagnaWave, your MagnaCon tickets. Does MagnaCon count as your CE? Veronica, yes, it does. It is your continuing education coming to MagnaCon. We are planning on doing a virtual option, but I'm going to tell you this. The virtual option is literally, it's not going to be as great as you want it to be. So if you want to just do your continuing education and watch the videos and take a test, that's fine. We're not giving anything away to virtual people. You'll just get to see some of the content that will be considered in the continuing education. So if you are on the fence of coming, the virtual option is not a substitution, and we don't have the tickets up for sale yet because we're still working on that. It is not a substitution. You don't win anything. It's not going to be super awesome, great thing. It's just going to be the speakers live for a certain amount of things. So that's the best that we can really give you, and put on a 100% excellent event for the people who did come live. Okay, let's see. Good morning from Oregon, Christy. I texted you back, Christy, by the way. So I'm going to take care of that. All right, Danny Cole. Oh, I'm sorry you're late. You didn't miss much, Danny. You can rewind and watch it again. Okay, pmfprofessionals.com. We did link to the AOPP on there. I'm still looking for... Lauren's here. Lauren is the director of AOPP. Hi, Lauren. She said, feel free to email me at the AOPP with specific research questions for regulations in your state or discipline, and we are happy to look into it for you. Her email is lauren@pmfprofessionals.com. I love you, Lauren. Thank you. So anybody who would like to reach out to Lauren, and then also become a member, because Lauren's great, and the services and stuff that she's providing for 2022 just are blowing my mind. Okay, Veronica, this is my first time going to MagnaCon. Is there a bus to take you from the hotel to the conference, or do you have to find your own ride? Veronica, I don't know if the Gold House has a bus, but we do have Uber and Lyft, super easy to get to. I will look into if the Gold House has a bus to the airport. But we do have Uber and Lyft that pick up directly at the airport. I would recommend, getting a ride that way if they don't, but I will look into that and let you know. I think that's probably the best way, is to either do Uber or Lyft. I would recommend, if you are flying in, to not get a car, rent a car. I don't think you're going to need one. It does cost to park at the Gold House. I believe there's some public parking, but it's pretty further away. So it does cost daily to park at the Gold House, because we are in a metropolitan area and there's not a lot of parking. So if you are coming to town, when I say you can walk to the Muhammad Ali Museum, you can walk to the waterfront, you can walk pretty much everywhere. And like I said, Lyft and Uber are super inexpensive, and we have a whole bunch of them. So you should be able to be totally fine with getting around without having a car. Okay, Terry. Hi, Elaine. How are supply chain issues affecting delivery of machines and attachments? Terry, they're affecting everything, just like they're affecting everywhere else in the world. I mean, we have had a heck of a time getting just basic stuff. And this is stuff that's made in the United States. Every single thing we can source from the United States, we do source. Everything in our machines is made in the USA, but there are just little pieces of plastic and metal that a lot of companies just can't get. And that's been our biggest holdup. Also, not just supply chain issues, like COVID hits everywhere in terms of people getting sick. And we may have we've had times where, we've had to shut down areas so that when it doesn't spread. So that affects how we build and do stuff. So it has been super fun being a business owner and navigating supply chain issues. I really appreciate all of you standing by us. One of the things that MagnaWave does is that we have certain vendors that we work with. We verify those vendors. We audit those vendors. We use those vendors to help us get the products that we need. It is very easy for companies to find vendors out of China and other companies and other subpar products to put into a machine or to build their components with. And what happens is you don't know how well that machine is going to operate and how that component is going to affect the operation of the machine and the long-term use. We don't do that. Part of, the GMP and the manufacturing practices that we have is that doesn't happen. And we, all of that is very important to us, that our stuff is made in the USA and that it's built this way and that it's built to the quality that we're promising you it's going to be built. So I appreciate you being understanding, everybody, with the fact that we are running a few weeks behind on orders. We are doing our best to get caught up. We have everything we need in stock now, but we are just having to catch up on those orders. And, that's affecting our MAs a little bit as we try to build and do that. But as the rest of the world, we're hiring, if you live in Louisville, but finding people to even apply for jobs has been difficult as well. So yes, it's affecting everything. Dad says, I'm sure they have a shuttle, but Dad, I don't know. I feel like they might not. I want to make sure. You think they do? I don't know. We'll see. We will see. I will check on that. Hi, Dad. Okay. Lisa said the conference is at the hotel. I don't know if you were answering a question or asking it, but yes, the conference is at the Galt House. So if you are staying at the Galt House, you won't have to do anything. We do leave the Galt House to go to Churchill Downs. There will be buses that take you to Churchill Downs and buses that take you back to the hotel. So all of that is covered. Dinner will be served there. That's all included in your ticket price. So you will be in a very fancy part of Churchill Downs, eating a wonderful dinner with everyone overlooking the racetrack. It's awesome. Okay. Let's see, Jessica, my daughter is looking to do an internship this summer under me. If we pay for an extra ticket to MagnaCon, could she come if she's not a certified practitioner? We are hoping she eventually will branch off of me when she graduates college. Absolutely. Yes. She can come. You don't technically have to be a certified practitioner to come to MagnaCon. I mean, we recommend that you are, and majority of the services that we offer, like marketing and all the stuff that we talk about there, you have to be a certified practitioner to take part in those. But, if you are interested in getting a MagnaWave machine and you want to get certified and you want to learn, you're more than welcome to get a ticket, come to MagnaCon and meet all the amazing people who work here and are taking part in our community. Matthew says, I just purchased a Jackery. Do you need to use the grounded cord with the yellow end that is sold separately on MW website? I have a Sol machine. Thanks. Matthew, do you have the Sol or the Sol Pro? With the Sol, you do not need to use the smaller Sol machine. You do not need to use the grounded power cord. If you bought it recently, anybody who bought a machine that does require that grounded power cord, it came with your machine. So you would have gotten one. And you would be able to have that with your machine. Now, that is only, and I want to repeat this, that yellow grounding power cord should only be used when running a Jackery or being plugged into an outlet that is not grounded. So if you are using that yellow power cord to just plug into every outlet all over town, then you're doing it wrong. Stop doing that. If you have a machine that came with that yellow grounding cord, then make sure you're only using that bring it with you if for some reason a barn or if this place your machine won't run, but it's not, there's something going on. Usually that's because that outlet is not grounded. You would use that power cord, or when you're using any type of generator or Jackery type of device, then you would want to use that grounding power cord. But otherwise, please don't use it all the time because it's confused. If you're double grounding, it gets confusing. You can cause harm. So only, Matthew, you don't need it. You're fine. You don't need it. And if you didn't get a yellow grounding power cord, and then probably you don't even need to, you just block out everything I said and not worry about any of it. Don't worry. It has nothing to do with you. Let's see. Galt House does not have an airport shuttle, Michelle said. Okay, I'm sorry. Galt House does not have an airport shuttle, but we do have Lyft. We also have some great taxi services. Whenever you get your tickets, we'll be sending out more information. And on the MagnaCon website, we'll be updating that website and pushing you out more information to ticket holders that explains how to get from the airport to the to Galt House. And we'll even give you some recommendations on either local taxi services or Lyft or Uber options for you. Okay, Lalani said, I can now bring a derby hat for Churchill Downs instead of a costume. Change is good. It's the best networking and meeting of the MagnaWave Ohana family ever. I have met friends for life there. It's a blast. Thank you. I think that MagnaCon is amazing. Like, if you don't know the history of MagnaCon, it started as just like we had like an open house one day. My dad and I did for one day. We did take everybody to Churchill that day. It was a 1 day thing, and everybody wanted more and more and more. And it became this big, awesome thing with just an amazing, great group of people. So, the energy is amazing. If you're looking to reinvigorate your business, if you want to add MagnaWave to a business, if you want to just, maybe get some more ideas on how to grow, or, you want to learn more, period, about other modalities that are very complementary to what you're already doing, MagnaCon is the way to go. Again, get your tickets before the end of the month, like right now. Because if you go to MagnaCon.com, you get your tickets, you're entered to win that hotel stay at the Gold House for the entire event. Cool thing about that is you'll be like in the block of hotels with all of us, with all the employees, but you'll also, that saves you, a couple $100, if not more, for your stay. Sabrina, the Sol Pro is an analog machine with a digital faceplate. Does this mean it's digital or analog or a mixture of both? That has confused me a little bit. I have one purchase, but have not yet received it. Sabrina, I'm sorry it's not here yet. It will be there. So the Sol machine is a analog machine. So the faceplate is digital, like it counts down and all of that, but that has nothing to do with what's creating the PMF signal. So what's creating the PMF signal inside the machine is what we consider analog or digital. So the Sol Pro, the Julian Duo, the Max, the Pulse Pro are all analog machines. Okay. So then right now we have the Semi 10, the Spiro, and the Maya Duo are our digital line of machines. So a lot of people ask me what is better? There is no better. Okay, there's analog and digital do the same thing. It's just the way that they feel and the way they operate are a little bit different. And that's about it. Their service is a little bit different. Some people are purists and they love the analog because that's the original, how it started, how PMF was built was with this spark chamber created, that magnetic field created naturally with the energy. Some people love the consistency and the way that the digitals feel. What I have found almost 100% of the time, if you like one over the other, most of the time it's the first machine you were ever exposed to was. So if you were exposed to analog first, then you tend to like analog. If you were exposed to digital first, you tend to like digital. So whatever you were exposed to first is what you usually are comfortable with. But our product specialist can help always pick the best machine for you. But the machine, the Sol, all those machines that I listed, that I said earlier, Sol Pro, Pulse Pro, Julian Duo Max, they are all analog, meaning the spark chamber inside is creating the electrical to create the magnetic field. The digital machines have an actual computer inside them, like a computer chip that is creating that electrical pulse to make the magnetic field. Okay, Matthew says, also the delicate foam filter that covers the fan of many machines, I think your machine, if it tears, rips, what would be your suggestion to replace with? Matthew, when you send your machine in, we'll replace it for you. So when you send it in for just regular maintenance or if something goes wrong, otherwise, I'm going to tell you this, and I hope I don't get in trouble, but there is like a plastic, that little plastic cover. You can like use something, please be very gentle, but you can pop that off and pull that out. And pop it back on. You don't necessarily have to have that foam filter. I wouldn't replace it with anything else. If you want to maybe send an email to support@mwpmf.com, we'd be happy to mail you a couple of those mesh filter things. Just, USPS a couple of them to you if that's what you want. But don't replace it with anything else other than what we have in-house. Oh, Joanne said, just book my hotel for MagnaCon. Yay. I can't wait. Literally, I cannot wait. I think this is when we started MagnaCon, my dad and I really started working on it. My mom and my dad and I feel like this MagnaCon is like what I dreamed that MagnaCon would be one day. Just because it's going to be incredible. It's going to be just a really cool experience. And I think it's a really cool experience for anybody who hasn't been to Kentucky or hasn't been to Louisville or even has, to really embrace and see our city and what we have to offer. So I'm super excited. Danny says, I've bought extra of those to replace while I'm in Dusty Barnes. I think he means the filter cover. Yep. And we have some. So if you guys need them, we'll get them to you. Just, email support and we will let you know what entails to get that. Let's see. All right. I don't have any other questions. You guys asked me all the questions. What do you want to know? Anything that you want to know? Oh, you know what's cool with MagnaCon that's right behind me? I'm going to show you. Okay, so Louisville Slugger is here. This is where obviously the bats are made. This is one I used to be a television producer. This is what the television station gave me when I left as a gift. But the Louisville Slugger Museum is again in walking distance from the hotel. So if you do stay the weekend, it is awesome. They will customize bats for you. Big ones, small ones. You can go see them made. The museum is so cool. Lots of baseball history. So this is something cool that you could get as gifts for people. Or just have, for yourself. And you can watch them engrave your bat actually at the Louisville Slugger. Okay. Mary Beth asks, are there any current COVID restrictions for MagnaCon masks, etc.? No, right now there isn't. We will be recommending that people wear masks if they feel safe doing so. We are currently masked at the office if you are not at your desk. The reason being we want to stay open for you all. We want to keep making machines. And a mass outbreak would be terrible. So we are masked in the hallways here. We're masked in any community settings. And I just think, are masks perfect? Absolutely not. There's all this stuff that goes on and on and on about people. And I just feel like if it makes you feel safer and it can, maybe keep someone else from getting really sick, it's not the end of the world. So, ooh, there's my lunch. Cameron's bringing my lunch in. Oh, happy birthday, Cameron Rush. It's Cameron Rush, our Vice President of Sales birthday today. So if you talk to Cameron or, I'm sure he'll comment here shortly, wish him a happy birthday. He says he's 35, but that's a lie. But happy birthday, Cameron. Okay, let's see.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So no, Mary Beth, no current COVID restrictions, and we're hoping that it'll be fine and you'll be able to do what you feel comfortable doing. Suzanne says, I have another Jackery question. I just purchased a Jackery 500 and have a Julian Duo. Do I use the regular power cord? Suzanne, I believe that you might need the yellow cord did you get a yellow cord with your machine? I need to know that answer. Rob says, hey, Alane, what machines are Health Canada approved? Okay, Rob, so we're working to get all of the machines Health Canada approved, but right now, the easiest ones are the Maya. The Maya is, and the Simis. So we can get those machines in under Health Canada. Suzanne, you did not get one. When did you order? How long ago was that? I will get you an answer on that. I believe that if you got your machine within the last 3 months, and you didn't get one, then you don't need one. But I don't know right off the bat. Let's see. Okay, so I'll get the answer for you, Suzanne. Let's see if we have any other questions. Okay, Kathy, great question. Do we send our machines to MagnaCon for maintenance? Okay, so last year we got a ton of people and we couldn't get them all done in the 3 days and continue regular operations. So if you want your machine, if you want to pick your machine up at MagnaCon, you want it to have maintenance, we will have a program for that. You will have to mail your machine on a certain day and it will have to get here, I believe, on the 27th or the 25th of the month prior. So if you could get your machine here, we will guarantee that you can pick it up at MagnaCon. You can also drop your machine off at MagnaCon and we will ship it back to you within I think we have like a 2-week window after MagnaCon and we'll do all your service and send it back. But we cannot guarantee that if you bring your machine, you drop it off, that we can maintenance it or do anything to it in that 3 days because we're putting on this huge live conference. We also have orders to fulfill. It's impossible for 15 people to bring a machine and for us to get them all done in that amount of time. So yes, you can ship them in advance. That program will go live shortly. We'll send out more information. That'll be on magnacon.com where you will know when to ship it back. And when it has to be at our office for a pickup at MagnaCon, or you can drop off at MagnaCon and when your machine will be shipped back, that will be done. We'll also be having a discount. If you have a Pulse Pro machine, you can upgrade from the dial to the actual push button faceplate. We have that available for you to do now. If you are interested in doing that, we are going to have a program for you to do that at a discounted price where you can bring your machine, leave it with us. We will ship it back to you after we upgrade it, but it does cost a couple $1,000s, but it's like pretty much like getting a brand new Pulse Pro. So that is only available for the Pulse Pro machine. So if you are interested in doing that, please pay attention to MagnaCon.com and make sure that you whitelist our email address. Sales@MagnaWavePMF.com, support@MagnaWavePMF.com. You all, I cannot tell you how important it is that you make sure that you put us on your whitelist, that you can always get emails from us so that you don't miss anything. Also, we will be sending text messages out more to people. So if you get a text asking for us to opt in, please do so. That's the best way for us to update you. Obviously, you can opt out at any time, but if you really want to keep up with everything that's going on, email and text are an excellent way. And as always, this awesome office hours. So yes, we will have ways for you to get your machine fixed and repaired, but there is a little process that we're putting in place so that we can actually meet your expectations. Okay, Jim says, so are you saying that if you have a Sol Pro and you are using it in the house, you wouldn't use the grounded cord? Will the machine not start if the wrong cord is used? Jim, correct. Jim and Cherry. So if you plug the machine in with the regular black cord, the Sol Pro, or your machine, period, if you got both, the yellow and the black, if you plug that black cord into the wall and the machine will not pulse, but it turns on, then you need to use the grounded power cord. That also means that that outlet that you're plugging into is not grounded internally. So if that outlet is not grounded internally and you think your house is grounded or should be grounded, reach out to an electrician. We actually found out, like, I think 9 or 10 people who believed that their house was grounded or that, an electrician had done some stuff right and it was not. And they first were like, no, I know it's grounded. I'm like, call an electrician, double check. And 100% of the time, it was because those outlets were actually not grounded. So if you turn it on in a barn and it'll get power, but it won't pulse, that means you need to use that yellow power cord. But otherwise, always start with the black one. If it works, use the black one. Don't use the yellow one all the time. I hope I answered that. Sabrine, back to my Sol Pro digital versus analog question. The analog machines require maintenance more often than digital, correct? How many hours does a Sol Pro require recalibration? So there is no hour limit. We usually say somewhere between 500 and 1,500 hours. The main thing is use. So it's just like a car, okay? My grandma, for example, my husband's grandma has a car. She has a same car my husband has, okay? They bought it on the exact same day. She drives once a week to church. All right. She has, very low hours on her machine, miles on her car, but it's been about 6 or 7 years that she's been driving this car. And she's accumulated quite a few miles. But let me tell you what, that car is just as fresh as day one, like with the tires. I mean, it looks great. She needs an oil change here and there, but it looks great. My husband, on the other hand, he put that many hours that she put on over a long period of time. He put it on in like a month because he drives back and forth from Miami and New Orleans to the racetracks for his job. So those drives caused the car to need much more maintenance than it would need otherwise. So if you are using your machine consistently, I'm talking more than 1 or 2 sessions a day. You are constantly using it. You are running it for a business, and you are running it at very high settings and very low settings and all across the board. You're dragging it in and out of barns or in and out of your house, and it's bumping around. You are going to need maintenance sooner than somebody who maybe pulls their machine out and uses it once or twice a week. Okay. Even if you guys get to the exact same hour point, if you put them on faster and you're running that thing more, you're going to need more maintenance. I mean, one of the biggest things with machines is people don't keep them clean. Not saying that this is any of you wonderful people, but keeping your machine clean is so important. The attachments, so at the end of the attachments, whether it's the 2-plug attachments or the single plug attachments, these need to be free of dirt. All of this, like this metal in here. Oh, it's so weird because it's backwards. You see what I'm saying? So these need to be clean. Blow them out. Make sure that these are clean when you're putting them in the machine. Make sure that the female end of the machine where it plugs in is clean. I really think you should take an air compressor and blow all the way around the outside of the faceplate, all of the vents, the buttons, at least once a month if possible. And try not to bang your machine around. Things will get loose. This is electrical components. These are things that if they get loose, the machine is not going to operate correctly. And we are building these as best we can. There, especially for the analog machine, there is a literal explosion that is extremely hot, okay, going on inside of that machine. The fact that we are able to do it and keep it in a compact way and make it as consistent as possible is awesome, okay? But there are things that if it gets bounced around and it's dirty and it's, something's going to happen. So I hope that helps. But I do want to say, Sabrine, digital machines aren't perfect. They still need to be fixed sometimes too. So even no matter what electrical equipment you buy, you're going to need to get it fixed. It's like TVs. I believe like somewhere around 11 to 15% of TVs break. Even brand new TVs have issues. Same with computers. If you drop them, like we do our best to keep them the best that we can, but take care of them. And if you are traveling outside of the country, if you live outside of the country, I typically recommend digital machines. But if you are okay with, shipping it back to the United States and you love analog, we have made these machines to last as long as possible under, pretty significant wear and tear. Can you get attachments fixed at MagnaCon too? That's a great question. We will address that in our repair program that we're putting out for MagnaCon. We'll address attachments. I can't promise you that we'll be able to fix every attachment and get it back to you before you leave. Again, it's just, if we get 50 attachments or even 10, and we have to build machines and, it might not be able to happen. And if you have like a legacy plug, which is the older single plugs, or maybe some of the other ones, the single plug, we can't fix those here. Those will have to go out to a special facility to get fixed. So those attachments, will have a plan for you to drop those things off and get sent out, but you will want to not expect to get anything back during the event. Okay. I feel like I've been talking a lot. Check in there with you guys. Make sure you're doing okay. Anybody have any questions about anything I've gone over? Make sure you get your MagnaCon tickets. Hey, Tony, will you play that video of the hotel, of the MagnaCon video, so people can see it? Or do I need to do that? I don't know. Maybe I do.
A new location for MagnaCon 2022 has been chosen. Get ready to join the largest PMF conference in the world at the Galt House Hotel here in Louisville, Kentucky. The only waterfront hotel in the city, the Galt House will give you front row access to many great restaurants and attractions that will make for an unforgettable MagnaCon experience. Make sure to reserve your hotel room for MagnaCon 2022 today.
So again, MagnaCon.com. I love seeing those pictures. Oh, it's going to be so much fun. All right, so let's talk. I got a couple other questions here that I'm going to go through, okay? With MagnaCon, when does everything start on Wednesday? Registration starts mid-morning afternoon, and then we have PMF 101 and Magna Machines 101. So there will be some intro classes that are totally optional, where we will talk a little bit about what PMF is for people who are new or want a little bit more clarity. So just the basics. If you're certified, you probably already know this. And a very popular class that goes on that Wednesday or meeting, I would say, is Machines 101, where we go through all the different machines that we have and really dive into digital, analog, what's available, what we do with everything. And we go over all of that so that if you have if somebody references that throughout the week in one of their speeches or anything, you're going to understand those machines. And again, those will be recorded and available for playback. If you come to MagnaCon, you will get access to all the recordings and all the speakers for you to go back and reference in the certification portal afterwards or in the MagnaWave Academy. So getting your ticket allows you to have those recordings and reference back to all of this cool stuff. For those asking about grounded outlets, a receptacle tester is about $10 at home improvement stores. Yeah, Kelly, you can definitely do that. You can check receptacles, get one of those receptacle testers where you plug it in and it tells you if it's grounded or not. So that's probably even better. That's a great point than just plugging your machine in and seeing if it works. Good point, Kelly. I like it. Okay, Lucille, in the past week, my XL wings have started sending an electrical current through my hands when I touch them, only sometimes, like a long static shock. It's just with me. They haven't shocked. Okay. I've never heard of that happening, Lucille. Seems like there might be a break in the copper inside the coil. It might be exposed wires. I would not use those. I would send those in for repair. I would get an RMA on those and send those in. You shouldn't be feeling anything like that from the attachment whatsoever. So it sounds like there's some metal loose or something's going on that we need to make sure that those are operational, and you should use them. Continue to use them. Yeah, because that shouldn't happen. Now, if it's like a static shock, you could have some like static, on yourself, where that's causing that to happen. So if that's the case, I would get some dryer sheets. You can try this and just rub it on the attachments and on yourself before you use them to help, get rid of some of that static before you use it. And maybe that's the problem. Okay. So Melanie, I hope I answered your question. I believe we have rolling enrollment there in the late morning, afternoon. Then we have a couple little classes for people if they want. All the vendors will be out, so you get to meet with all the vendors. And then we'll have a nice party event that evening, going early that evening, for everyone to come and have some drinks and some snacks and really get to know each other. Jack, when working at someone's barn and you don't know about the power, would you suggest using a surge protector? Yes, absolutely. 100%. And I would recommend getting one of those outlet testers, like Kelly said, just to make sure. Okay. So a couple questions that we got. Okay. One person asked, hi, everyone. I have a question with a horse I'm treating. I'm treating with full body for 25 minutes and then 10 minutes with the butterfly on the knee. I'm treating once a week. After each treatment, the owner sees a lot of improvement. My question is, am I causing more bone growth and therefore causing more disability in the long run? No, absolutely not. What all PMF really does is allow the body to function at its best. So we're not putting anything in the body that's going to make something grow crazy. It's just what we're doing is we're oxygenating the blood, helping with red blood cells. If you can make the body more oxygenated and get more red blood cells, that's going to pull out inflammation, and that's going to allow the body to function better. That's across the board, no matter what body you have, animal or human. So the bottom line is that we're just giving the body what it needs to be able to actually function, pull out that inflammation, and do what it can to repair those areas. The PMF MagnaWave isn't repairing anything. It's the tool that allows the body to do what it couldn't do on its own. Okay. Let's see. How to address an injured hip flexor muscle on a dog. With dogs, I'm really big at, depending on the size of a dog, and I'm going to show you guys with an attachment. This is a butterfly. So if you have a small dog, what I would recommend doing is taking the butterfly and putting it over the back so that this is on one side of a hip and this is on the other. If you have a bigger dog, you could do this with just using the large loop on one side, the large loop on another. You also want to treat down the spine of the animal just to help, because if that animal is injured, they're compensating somewhere else in their body to compensate for that injury of that hip. So make sure that you treat the whole body of the dog. So I would recommend doing a whole body session for about 15, 20 minutes, and then doing about 5 minutes just targeting that hip. And if you can do that 2 to 3 times a week, or at least once a week, you could really help get, again, those red blood cells, that oxygenation, and help that body heal that hip flexor. Dion says, sorry, I lost my connection for a bit. Are you still doing business builder class? What about a level 2 course? Dion, so I will be, February, we will be launching what's called the business starter class. This class is going to be for all the people who are just now buying a machine and want to talk about how to get an LLC, how to pick a name, how to get stuff out of the portal, how to use the app, how to maybe beginner marketing, what you should do in terms of waivers. Like, this is very beginner stuff. But if you've never started a business before, you've never done a MagnaWave business, or you just have questions along those lines, those will be 4 classes once a week, and they will be available for you to watch back again. There will be homework that you will submit through the website after it's done so that we can review it. And then you'll have a chance at the end to do a phone call, a live session with me where we'll go over some of that stuff. But this is for all of those questions that you have about starting a business and where do I start? And do I get an LLC? What insurance do I need? We are going to go through all of that over the 4 weeks, and that will run every month from starting in February on out. So it might be March, might start beginning of March. We're going to finish everything up in February, and that will be continuous. So if you missed the March one, you could do the April. If you missed the April one, you could do the May. So that will be available, and those videos will be back for playback. I will be doing once, maybe twice a year, a business builder course that is similar to what you've already gone through, but way more in depth for people who are looking for that level 2 class of like, hey, how do I grow my business? How do I bring in more revenue? How do I open a second location? How do I hire someone? What are my options for crossing state lines? How do I reach those goals of where I want to be? I want to open my own wellness club. I want to open my own barn. Like, that's where we're going to dive into the legalities of like hiring people, payroll, best way to track your goals in a bit more than I did with the builder, more aggressively with than the builder. So instead of having one class that was like, oh, here's a builder and a starter, we're doing a full starter class starting in the next few weeks. And then a builder class that is like, I've been in business and I want to go grow and go much more from here. That class is a one-on-one class. So I will be live with you. I will be working with a smaller group of people. We're going to do it twice a year. It's going to be way more in depth, and we're really going to dive into your businesses and what we can do to make them better. And that I will probably start that July, August, Q3 probably will be my first one of that class, because I really want the content to be there. But if you're interested, if you have questions about how to grow your business or how to hire somebody, I do have a Calendly link that can be available. Just email us and you can schedule a call with me. And we also have some great people in the office that would be happy to talk to you more until I get that class completely finished. Okay. Let's see. Kathy, any success with treating dog? Whoa. Okay. I don't, hermesarcoma, treating something, hermangiosarcoma in dogs or any cancer in dogs. Yes, Kathy, we have definitely helped with cancer in dogs. Dr. Marty Goldstein, he is a vet. We have a video series. He talks about this. I would recommend just Googling, either going to our video page on our website and putting in Dr. Marty or Dr. Goldstein, cancer, dogs, something, those videos will pop up. We have the largest PMF video library of any PMF company or organization in the world. And when I say this, my dad started these videos like 15, 16 years ago. We have so much content, thousands of content, of fantastic videos. 9 times out of 10, if you are looking for a video or information or an article, I would just go to our video library, check out YouTube, or you could just simply Google Dr. Marty Goldstein PMF or MagnaWave, and you will come up with a ton of great content. There's been a ton of success with it. And then there hasn't been. It really depends on the type of dog. My dog, Ella, God rest her soul, she passed away. She was 16 years old when she died. But she got cancer at 11. And it was a mast cell cancer where they said, she won't make it 6 months. She won't make it a year. She had a huge knot right here on her neck. We started MagnaWaving it. We got it. They wouldn't do surgery because the knot was so big. So we started MagnaWaving it. We got it down to like the size of a nickel or a penny, and they were able to remove it. And then I MagnaWaved her consistently every single day almost for the next 5 years. She lived a fantastic life. She was jumping up into my car, extremely active until about a month before she passed. So, 16 years old for a dog, especially a bigger breed, is amazing. Definitely look at what that dog's eating, watch those videos, and treat away. Okay, Refresh Motion says, I'm working on a horse with a bowed tendon. How long before we will start to see results? Just first session so far, send me 3. Well, it really depends on how often you're doing it, and every animal is different. I would say you should, though, you should see something after a few weeks. And I would try to do, instead of just one session and then waiting a week, I would try to do 2 or 3 sessions a week if possible, or even daily. But you should start seeing something fairly quickly. And if not, you want to definitely talk to a vet about what is going on and what else you could do to facilitate while using the MagnaWave. I'd also look into getting the LZR or trying the LZR if you haven't. That's always, when you put those 2 modalities, MagnaWave and the LZR together, your results, you know, I have found are quicker and last longer. Okay. I know what I was supposed to tell you all about. You all have asked some questions about these awesome video books. Like, I can do this. Technology. So here's our video books right here. These are preloaded with videos. I don't know if this one has any on it. No, it needs to be charged. Okay, so here's, actually, I might have another one. Hold on. It might be dead too, because all I do is talk. Okay, here we go. So as you see, these video books are loaded. So they're preloaded with these awesome videos. You can pause them. You can turn the volume up and down. This is a fantastic way to go market your business. If somebody asks you, let's say you're doing a treatment, they're like, what is this? How does this work? You can hand them this, continue doing your treatment. The videos are preloaded, but if you want to add other videos, you can add any. We have videos available in the practitioner portal that you could change out and put other videos for, you know, yourself or animals or whatever. So I think we have like livestock. Yep. We have more. That's small animal video, horses. All of this is preloaded in there. This is just all about PMF and what it is, what MagnaWave is. We have videos about different machines. So if you do a rent to rent and you want to put information about the Sol that you're using for that rent to rent, you can put that on here. What I love about this is we customize the back with a sticker for you with your business. We also customize, we can also put something here. So you're going to go hand this out to people. They're going to be able to watch them. You know, I love the idea of talking to people. You have to, you know, if you're going to cold call on a barn or a group or a vet, taking this with a dozen donuts and dropping it off to the front desk and asking them to check it out and telling them, I'll be back tomorrow to pick this up. Please don't throw it away. I'll be back tomorrow. Check it out, show it to the vet or show it to the barn. Let me know if anybody is interested in trying some MagnaWave sessions. You not only do you get to talk to them once, but then you get that second follow-up conversation already built in. And it's just a really great thing to take to shows. It's awesome. It's reusable, it's rechargeable, and reloadable with different videos. So these are available in the practitioner portal right now. Bitsy said, can you add a video of your own personal testimony? Bitsy, you can add whatever video you want. If you want to add a video on there talking about skipping, you can put a whole video about skipping on there. You know, put whatever you want on there. So I encourage you to keep it to MagnaWave. But if, let's say you want to add a video about an LZR, you want to put a testimonial from one of your clients, you can totally do that. So we just preload them with a good wide array of videos, but we also have downloadable videos that you can, other things that you can get out of the portal there. We will also do a custom video for you that does cost extra. But if you want us to customize some videos for you, Tony in marketing will definitely do that. You can reach out to marketing@mwpmf.com or go to the portal and request more information on what videos you want. And so we can customize some of our template videos and make something cool that brands your business. You order those in the practitioner portal under the marketing resources tab. So log into the website, go there. You can order it. These are only available for certified MagnaWave practitioners. And I'm going to tell you right now, no other PMF company is doing this for their practitioners. They are not going through doing anything for them to grow their businesses like this. We are always trying to find new ways for you all to get out there, market, get into new arenas. So this is super cool, super easy, especially if you're just starting out and you're like, I don't like, when somebody asks me, I'm not always as confident on what it is or how it works. Like, this is an excellent way to be able to hand them something and say, check this out. I'm going to finish this treatment. Watch this video. Like, it just makes it so much easier for you to communicate in a very professional way. Let's see. Sherry, yes, there are videos for humans or videos for there's testimonial videos. It's all in the practitioner portal. So it is going to come loaded with these, but any of the other videos you can add yourself. Okay, so we send it out with the animal videos. Okay. We also have, I don't know if you all have seen in the practitioner portal, we do have a store in there where you can order customized shirts, hats, pins. If you're going to events and you want to buy a big group of like polo shirts, or you want to buy stuff with our logo on it, and you want to get different sizes, different colors. I mean, you could get little beanies. Like there's a ton of different stuff in there. Instead of going through like some of those portals, like, oh gosh, what is the name of it? Like where you can go on and order a bunch of like customized materials. We offer that service for you all at a discounted rate. So we're doing it at a rate where we already have a high res logos in there. All of that is already done, and we've already curated some really awesome stuff. So if you are looking to do any type of customization for pins or events or anything that you may be going to, besides just having, you know, one or two of these, definitely check that out. Check out that store in the practitioner portal. All right. We're almost done. We're 4 minutes in. So I talked about the video booklets. I answered your all's questions. Make sure you go buy your MagnaCon tickets. Oh, Tony started talking again. Go make sure you get your MagnaCon tickets if you are interested in going. This is the last chance to be entered to win a free hotel room. So that is a beautiful room at the Galt House. You will be entered to win that. We will draw that the first office hours in February. So you have just a very short time to get your tickets. You do not have to be certified. You could bring your family. If you want to come and your family comes with you, but they go do other stuff during the day, you can do that as well. We also do have the availability for you just to get some of the extra tickets for, let's say you want to bring your spouse and they don't want to be at everything, but they may want to do the Churchill Downs thing. There is a ticket for you to purchase where they could just buy a ticket to just Churchill Downs so that they can be off doing their own thing. This is an excellent way for you to roll a vacation into your business and come and have fun. Even if you're not running a business and you just want to learn more about PMF and just hacking your body and your animals' bodies and doing a better job with anti-aging wellness, this is a great experience for you to just really learn about cellular health as a whole. What I find is that right now in society, people want to take their wellness into their own hands for themselves and their animals. And this is a great way for you to learn and really grow in being able to do that. We're also going to talk about Vivify Wellness Club, which is a wellness club that we've opened here in Louisville, Kentucky. So you'll be able to learn more about that and the franchising opportunities that we will have available for that. So there's going to be just a lot of really cool things that are happening at MagnaCon 2022, which is in June. Again, no MagnaCon in 2023. We will be back in 2024. So don't just say I'll go next year, because you won't be able to do that. I think that's it. I don't think anybody else has any other questions. Peter says, love MagnaWave. Thank you, Peter. Thank you. I love positive feedback. We are doing the best that we can to get machines and attachments out as fast as possible. Thank you for bearing with us during this unprecedented time of supply chain issues. He's talking good. I will say this. If you do find that you're getting sick or you're not feeling well, please LZR MagnaWave yourself. Keep your body. The best offense is a really good defense. Like, get ahead of it. Take care of your body. Drink lots of water. There are tons of videos out there talking about other things to do with your MagnaWave or with PMF to really keep your family safe. Check out the AOPP, pmfprofessionals.com. If you are a certified practitioner with us, if you are doing business with PMF at all and you are not a member, you're doing it wrong. Go be a member, be certified with us, but go and get their education, get their tools. You can never have too much support and too much community. Plus, they are really making a huge step forward for PMF and regulatory. So get in on the ground floor, because I promise you those memberships will go up in the future. All right. Thank you, guys. And get your video books, book your hotel room, and get your tickets to MagnaCon. And we will see you next week. Have a great day.